Welcome back. We've come a very long way until now to implement all of our resources with Terraform, up until the VPC networking module that we just implemented. So now, let's talk about the next steps and take a look at first what we learned until now to wrap up. These are basically the highlights of what we learned, but if we take a look at them back again to understand what we've covered, we covered the fundamental concepts of Terraform. We covered the variables, data structures, providers, modules, the CLI, the parameters and arguments for CLI, and everything in between to help us understand how things work with Terraform and how we can work with it on a day-to-day basis. And then once we covered that, we moved on to the data storage solutions on AWS. And what we talked about data solutions was S3 and DynamoDB. Those are basically the most used services on AWS in terms of data storage. So again, S3 was the object level storage for AWS for any kind of object that you have for any type of file. And the DynamoDB was the highly available and scalable solution from AWS in terms of data storage as a NoSQL solution for any kind of application. And we also covered that with the global table configuration of DynamoDB, you can have a really dynamic application that can cover hundreds of millions of active users every single day. And talking about the S3 buckets, we also implemented various different S3 buckets with storage configuration, and also we implemented our own website with an S3 bucket. That was a nice addition to our course. And also we covered implementing several different DynamoDB tables, including the one that we just mentioned about the global tables. And we also moved on to the reusability aspect and the modularity aspect of Terraform, and we covered implementing modules with it. So to implement that module, we implemented our own VPC networking infrastructure with Terraform. And while we were implementing, we covered what we were doing and what is the purpose of the thing that we were implementing. And again, this was the part of the AWS well-architected framework recommended architecture. So that was really important, and I highly appreciate that you followed along with me throughout that module implementation. And I'm certain that you'll reuse that module in your day-to-day production, development, or any kind of workload that you might have.